My shit stopped recording. Oh my god. So aggravating, so annoying. A plant got knocked the fuck over, so there's soil on the
Throw's not gonna lower itself. God damn, that was the best Cheerios I ever had in my life. That wasn't no regular Cheerios, was it? No. That had to be Honey Nut. It had to be Honey Nut. It tastes like Honey Nut, tastes like Cheerio, but nuts dipped in honey.
the floor. I just want to be able to record one podcast episode without having to get up 45 fucking times, which is why I have not had guests on yet, because I don't have the equipment to host guests. Like, I'm trying my best, but that's the thing. Like, some people in this documentary took different paths. Like, some of the kids went to college, some of the kids, worked for nonprofits. Some of them worked in warehouses. Some of them did hard labor. And they all end up coming to the same realization that no matter how much more hours you work, no matter how much more overtime you get, no matter how much of a raise you get, no matter how much you cut back on wants or even basic necessities, like, it's literally the goalpost keeps moving. And people work themselves into a grave, an early grave, because they either never realized that or they realized it too late. And that moment where she was like talking to someone about retirement and basically end of life plans, because her health is taking a toll and she can't work, and the husband, like, when you have a job that does not pay enough for you to pay for health expenses, like when you get hurt on your job, or the chemicals you're inhaling at your job is causing you to get sick, or because you work in customer service and the environment makes you want to fucking kill yourself, it doesn't matter. Like, people are coming to the same realization that it's not just luck, when it comes to being successful or, wealthy, or just being stable, just being able to get by and have your basic necessities. Like, I go without a lot of basic necessities to have the luxury of having electricity. Like, having AC. Having AC is a luxury. Like, I don't think niggas get with the scale of privilege. Like, in this documentary, definitely does put it into like perspective for people who think that just because we came from the same neighborhood and we went different routes. Like, this person went to college and graduated, albeit $18,000 in debt, but they got the degree. And no shade to anybody who went to school and got a degree, because that shit takes fucking commitment, bro. It takes commitment. It takes a strong person to quit and say, this shit ain't for me. And it takes a strong person to get through it and finish. So I commend anyone who did finish, because that shit is hard. That shit was not for me. Like, I tried to kill myself. It made me want to kill myself. So that's why I didn't finish school. And I see a lot of the time, like, a lot of my peers stressing out about just being able to provide for themselves, let alone take care of their parents when the time comes. Like, we're all getting older. All of my little cousins are graduating high school or about to graduate, about to go off to college. My grandma is older. I'm seeing my aunts and uncles, and like the years showing up on them. And it's like, we all take these different paths because we see the effects of the world and the effects of not just, and that's the thing, it's not just about their decisions. Like, yeah, some nobody's fucking perfect. Like we make fucking bad choices, but you don't know until you know, right? And sometimes it takes you 40 fucking times falling on your face to realize you need to tie your goddamn shoe. So you don't know until you fucking know. But once you know and what you do with that information is your responsibility. And it's really hard to fight against so much resistance, which the resistance shows up as generational indoctrination, for lack of a better term. You know, people believing for generations that they're doing what what is asked of them, and they're not understanding why they're not being fulfilled, why they're not getting their just due. And it's like I can only do but so much as far as like trying to like recommend different paths, or reframing thinking and talking. But I can't force anyone. I can't. We have some of us have to swallow the pill that you can't save everyone. You can't do the healing for everyone. You can't download all of your experience, your wisdom, and your information into the people you love the most to save them from their own ignorance. Because, like I said, you don't know any better until you know better. But we just gotta swallow that pill, bro. Like I said in my first or maybe second episode, like, what if you die with your family never changing or the people you love never changing? You can't hold on to that shit, bro. At the end of the day, you can't show up for shit if you're not full. It's not selfish, it's realistic, it's reality. You don't have the capacity. And it's just so frustrating when you see people you love around you, like working themselves to the bone, mentally, physically, spiritually, and praying. And that's why you see people fall so deep and so hard in the church and into religion and different um, different cults or indoctrination, different forms of indoctrination to find a safe haven, to find a safe space, to find a space to explain what the fuck is going on. And a lot of the time, people who are poor, they turn to God, they turn to religion. And when you have people who are so destitute of a situation, who are so desperate because they are doing everything that is being told of them and more, and nothing is happening for them, nothing is giving way. And this is happening in America. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a form of it. And I think people need to understand that when you have any group of people who have gone through a long stint of oppression, of trauma, of poverty, you have people who are emotionally attached to these religions and these beliefs, whether it's political, religious, to try to explain and have some sort of answers of why I'm going through this. Why the fuck is this happening? I'm doing everything people telling me to do. The system is telling me to do. The structure is telling me to do. And nothing is giving. I'm not able to get ahead. I can't. Every time I take 2 steps forward, I'm taking 20 back. You know? And I look at some of the people in my family, like, who have had certain different privileges where they've been able to gain a little bit of a leg up or the illusion of it. But it's like essentially you're still within the price range of income and outcome, like, or expenses, like what you're spending on. You know what I mean? Like luxurious items. Um, but I'm so grateful for what I have. I'm so grateful for this shitty apartment that I call mine, that I busted my ass trying to pay for, to keep, to have a space to call my own. Like, I left home when I was 15, and ever since then, I have been houseless. So, having my own and struggling, and constantly by the skin of my teeth being saved by the bell because God has just worked things out, and I have been an active participant in trying to do what I can with what I have. And I just really urge people to watch this documentary because we get in our heads, especially with social media and everything that's being put in front of us. We get so deep in our heads thinking that there's got to be a way for me to get ahead because I'm seeing this person living this lifestyle. Like, I have people in my family who going out and can afford like $50 dinners and drinking lemon drops and expensive jewelry on their hands and shit and 30-inch bust downs. And that's all fine. Like, I'm a person that I've grown out of. I was born in poverty and I grew up in poverty, but I know that I want certain luxuries. I want the luxury and the privilege of having a fucking dishwasher. Yes, it's a fucking privilege. I want the luxury and privilege of having a washer and dryer. Yes, it's a privilege. Let's stop thinking that just because it the scale, this shows that it don't matter if you went to a county school or you went to a school in the inner city, or if like your mom was able to put you in a charter school. Like, at the end of the day, like,
And let this be yet another reminder that no matter how much money you got, you still just a nigga.
we're essentially all getting butt fucked by the same dick. And it's like, it just frustrates me, bro, because it's like, it keep happening over and over and over again with different fucking cultures. And it's like, I don't want to be, I don't want to, like, how do I say it? I'm only 25. Like, I just got here. Like, I'm just a teenage woman. I'm just a girl. I'm just a girl. I'm just a teenage woman. Okay. I don't want no problems, but mama ain't raised no bitch. So when it comes to like fucking mutual aid and like nonprofits, like, I much rather give my energy to those people. Like, I don't care for politics. I fucking hate politics and politicians because they're just placeholders. I care about people. And honestly, I'm really about to like start going to these town hall meetings because I got something for you bitches. I got something to say. Kamala, Trump, all them other niggas, I can't reach you niggas. Every 4 years I can reach you niggas, but that's not enough for me. Oh, this plant is just, ugh. I need a beanbag chair or like some other better chair because this ain't gonna work. It's not comfortable. Um, not long term. This is also why I haven't had enough guests over because I'm waiting so I can get a couch. um, so that we can actually like sit down. Because I don't have any, I don't host. And I don't host because I live in the fucking hood. And it's not that I can't host, it's just I prefer not to host because of the neighborhood I live in and because it's just not the energy I resonate with. I grew up here. And I mean resonate with in the sense of like the progression and where it's going. Because on one side you have a shit ton of gentrification, and on the other side you have pretty much extreme destitute rage and anger that is pressurized in a small space and in a small bottle. And what the fuck do you think is gonna happen? Eventually that shit's gonna pop. And we've seen examples of it popping so many times. History repeats itself. History constantly repeats itself. And that's what I think sometimes is so like frustrating for me because I'm not, I ain't nobody you know, I'm just a girl. Like, I know I don't know everything, but I know what I feel, and I feel so much resonance with groups of people of poverty, of disenfranchisement, of oppression, and I'm seeing how there's a lot of miscommunication because of destitute situations that were created by forces that are puppeteering both of these groups of people. Like, it's not about religion. It is, but that's what's being used because of something so much deeper that has been commodified, basically. At least that's how I feel. Like I said, don't worry about me. I ain't saying nothing. I just talk a lot. Could be wrong. This popcorn good. You know what I want? Is that a thing? Popcorn movie theater candles. I mean, obviously I'm weird because I want a candle that smells like movie theater popcorn, and I don't think anyone else would want their house smelling like movie theater popcorn if there wasn't popcorn nearby. I just feel like the scent, the aroma would just enhance. It's kind of like this drink. Like, it has lavender and ginger in it, but the lavender is like sitting at the top. So every time I take a sip, I smell the lavender, and it's like that aromatherapy, those terpenes, that linalool. I hate that. I hate saying that terpene name because it's so hard to pronounce. But that's the terpene that's giving me that feeling. That's why you feel sleepy every time you eat lavender or drink it. Did I wash my hands? Oh yeah, I did. It's like it's just always a pop up. I need like and my legs aren't gonna reach to do it with my toes. Nope. I've tried. All right, I guess that's it for today. I guess that's all I'm talking about. I done cried. It's time to go to bed because I'm stuck under the fucking table and I'm just annoyed because this is just not. I'm complaining, but I'm not complaining. I'm just expressing angst and frustration. I'm not fat and I'm not stiff. Very flexible, okay? It's just, I don't know.